office or from home, filing cabinets are an essential component of an efficient workplace. They keep your paperwork tidy, organised and out of sight. With the paperless office a distant dream, filing cabinets are still an office mainstay. Filing cabinets begin their life as sheets of cold rolled steel, a thin type of metal that's easy to bend, weld and paint. As the sheet comes off the roll, it goes through a straightening machine that removes the curve, then into a press, where dies punch out the shape of the specific part, complete with holes, slots and embossments. A filing cabinet is made up of 60+ steel parts. For the top-selling models, the factory has dies specifically designed to punch out each part. But that's too costly a system for models that aren't mass-produced. So to make low-volume or custom-made filing cabinets, the factory uses this computer-controlled punching machine. This equipment operates at a far slower speed than the presses we just saw. But the advantage is that it can be programmed to punch out any size, shape or design, no matter how complex. Several filing cabinet parts are designed to be bent into shape. Workers do that manually, using a machine called a press brake. This particular part will become the top of the filing cabinet, with edges that have strong, tight corner seams. This machine is called a dedicated bender, because it's used to bend one type of part only, the filing cabinet doors. The factory produces doors in such large volume that it makes sense to design a specific machine to shape them. The doors too are bent downward along the perimeter to create edges 1 centimetre wide with tight corner seams. The cabinet's base is welded from the same type of steel sheeting as the other parts. Small steel reinforcements make it rigid enough to support the excessive weight of file-filled drawers. To join the cabinet's sides and back, robots perform what's called resistant welding, fusing metal using heat from an electric current. The next set of robots weld that side and back unit to the cabinet top. After this, workers attach the base using what's called MIG welding, welding that adds extra metal along the joint to create a strong seam. Low-volume items, such as those small filing cabinets that roll under desks, are welded manually. In the paint department, rotary atomizers envelop the filing cabinets in a mist of paint that contains a synthetic resin for durability. These atomizers lace the paint particles with a negative electrical charge. This draws the particles to a positive charge on the cabinets, creating a thorough and even coat. After 20 minutes in an oven to bake the paint, assembly can begin, with ball-bearing sliders on which the drawers will sit, tracks for the fold-down doors, and door stops so the drawers can't be pulled off their tracks. There's also a locking system that simultaneously bolts both sides of each door, rendering the files inside inaccessible. The last step is to install the doors and drawers using a rubber mallet so as not to damage the finish. So the next time you think about throwing out the bulky filing cabinet, just remember, the paperless office was just a fantasy.